June only I applied around 300 applications. So I received a rejection from 298 and I got to call and OA from two companies. I tried including all the keywords that are in the job description. So I have around 85 resumes of me. I have like 85 resumes right now. I was very proactive in my job search. So I applied around 400 plus companies, but I like almost faced rejection from all the companies because when I was applying in India, they were very biased on my branch. So I would say like math is common. Like you have to be good in math if you want to get into an HFT, no matter what the role is. I got my first international call in December 2024 from Palantir London. ChatGPT or Perplexity, like tell me the top 30 quant trading firms in Amsterdam or tell me the top 30 quant trading firms in London.
If you're from any college in India, how can you get into HFT firms? I have with me somebody who cracked an offer of 1.16 crores being in third year of college and cracking those opportunities from a non-circuital branch, not from computer science, not from electronics, but from a very, very different branch. I have with me Ekam Jot Singh, who is a pass out from NIT Jalandhar. He is here, who will be sharing his journey. I talked to him and his journey was very unique. So I have with me today and we'll be discussing about his entire journey, preparation strategy, how did he apply, how can you apply for roles like these. So welcome Ekam, can you please briefly introduce yourself?
First of all, like thank you for having me here. Since you are alumni from my college, so it's an honor. So I'm Ekam Jot Singh. I'm currently in final year of chemical engineering at NIT Jalandhar. Recently, I have received offer from Flo Traders Hong Kong as a digital asset trading engineer, and my joining is next month. So yeah.
Majorly we see the success story, right? Success story, whether you got an offer, everyone has been talking about you and you got famous in college and everything is going good. People don't see the background of how this came in, right? Like being from a branch that is not considered to be something that's good for a computer science role or a software engineering role or something related to tech, but you were able to crack that role, right? So let's go back and understand, before applying to Flow Traders, how many other companies did you apply for and what were the expectations? What did you see? Were you getting selected? How was the experience?
Like I had a good preparation for companies. Like I started my preparation from first year onwards. But like even though I had a good preparation, I was not getting any interview calls. Even on campus, company didn't allow us because of our branch. And even though some companies who like allowed us, like in the end they were quite biased on the basis of branch. So so like for me, the main difficulty was getting the interview calls, right? So like I started applying off campus. Like I decided I would not sit for on campus placements because of the biasness and the lack of opportunities. So I started applying off campus. I was very active on LinkedIn from second year. So I was very aware of the companies that are out there, like apart from Fang also, like how like Palantir, CERN. So like I was very proactive in my job search. So I applied around 400 plus companies, but I like almost faced rejection from all the companies because when I was applying in India, they were very biased on my branch, right? For example, I applied Google 3 times with a referral, 4 times with referral in Oracle, and more than 5 times in Amazon with a referral. But still, I couldn't get an interview call. I think the reason behind it was the branch only. But so I started applying international also. I applied to like so many companies: Palantir London, Palantir New York, Sun Switzerland, Amazon Dublin, Google London. So I got my first international call in December 2024 from Palantir London for an software developer internship, in which there were 6 rounds. I was able to clear 2 rounds, but in third rounds I got rejected because they were asking coding questions on Java, and I am proficient in C++. Then in March, I got call from Sun Switzerland for a DevOps engineer, where I like cleared all the interviews, but they couldn't sponsor my visa because of some national quota, so I couldn't join. Then after 6 months, like after completing my sixth semester, I didn't had any internship. Like I did few internships, like right from my third semester, I did a 6 month internship at TELUS International in my third semester. I got this internship through my LinkedIn network, It was an unpaid opportunity, but I got a lot of things to learn there. Then I did a 2-month internship at VizLogic Digital Solution as a full stack developer, where I worked on recruitment and staffing platform. Then I did a 3-month intern at Newgen Software. Then I also tried for G-Shock, so I contributed on Google DeepMind repository, but I couldn't like get selected. But still, like I mentioned it on my resume that I was an open source contributor on Google DeepMind.
Got it. So you already
So
had
after,
a good background in terms of application to different number of roles in different companies, right?
yes, yes, sir. Like I had 4 internship if
Yeah,
we
so you
count.
did 4 internships
So
before getting this one.
yes,
That's
sir. So after completing my 6th semester, I got an internship. It was also an unpaid opportunity, but I decided not to pursue it and focus on getting like the final offer which I want, which would be a paid offer. So after my 6th sem, in June 2025, I focused fully on job applications. Like how I used to find the opportunities, uh, I searched on ChatGPT or Perplexity, like tell me the top 30 quant trading firms in Amsterdam, or tell me the top 30 quant trading firms in London. So I got to know the names of all the companies. Then I used to like paste that name on Google and write careers uh, like in front of the. So I used to like apply on directly on the career website of different companies. So in June only, I applied around 300 applications. So I received rejection from 298 and I got to call and OA from 2 companies. First was All Option Amsterdam for a graduate quant trader role. I did 2 rounds there, but like they couldn't proceed with my candidacy because of some visa complexities. Then I got the OA from Flo Traders, in which there were 2 coding questions and some MCQs based on DevOps and probability. Then I had 5 interview rounds at Flo Traders. So the topics they covered were data structure algorithm. I would say like competitive programming is good if you are aiming for these companies. I was not like very much proficient in CP. I was a specialist at Quad Forces. So they asked data structure algorithm, DevOps, and probability, and some brain teaser, and some basic finance knowledge about options and equities. And since my team is digital assets, so they also asked me about some basic blockchain mining and all these things. So I had 5 interview rounds at for Amsterdam, but they got some candidate from London, so they couldn't proceed. So they asked me if you would be interested for Hong Kong. Then I had 2 more rounds with Hong Kong team. So in total, I had 7 interview rounds, and then I got the offer as a digital asset trading engineer.
So it's a great journey. I think the most important step is around applications, right? Generally, people are not aware ki how should I apply for these many companies. People generally see these common names like Amazon, or there's an SG intern by American Express or Google, or some of the company that's known to them. But there's so many other companies that they don't even know the names of, and I think there are better chances of you getting selected in those companies that are unknown to you. And what
Yes,
was
sir.
his strategy? He got in to any of these LLM models, ChatGPT or Claude, and typed in top 30 HFT firms in a particular country or in a particular city, and he was able to get a list. Then he went on to Google, to the careers portal, and he was able to apply for those. And even that persistence matters, right? You can't just leave after applying for 10 jobs and you're not getting any call back. So he applied for 300 jobs, as he mentioned, and he was able to get interview calls from 2 out of them. So the success ratio is 1 on 150. So it's close to 0.111 or 0.2. So it's very hard to get an interview call for a company like this, even if you are from computer science branch. But he got it being from a chemical branch. So I think like we are now clear on how did you apply, and what were the number of interview rounds for these HFT companies. Like you interviewed for other international opportunities as well, right? So were the interview rounds similar in those international companies? What was the difference, and how would you like advise somebody who's preparing for these kind of roles?
So like my preparation was not very focused to HFTs. I prepared for a HD role only, but like I when I got the opportunity from a quant, so the data structure was common, like coding questions are common, but I had to do some math also. Like I did probability and stats and some basic finance knowledge which I needed. But I would say I was not very focused to HFTs, because if I would have my like preparation very focused to HFTs, then there was high chance of risk of not getting the call. So initially, like, I did preparation common to all the software development roles. So I would say, like, I had like different experience in different companies. For example, Palantir was very focused on data structures, algorithms. CERN was more focused on skills. Like, they were more focused on DevOps. They asked me questions on Docker, Kubernetes, CI/CD pipelines, monitoring software like Prometheus and Grafana.
Yeah.
So it was more focused on core skills, right? And this Flow Traders, I believe, was focused on all of these. Like, they asked initially, during the initial interviews, they were more focused on data structures. Then as we move forward, they were more focused on DevOps. Then as we move forward, they were more focused on finance. So I would say it was mix of all this thing. And also, like, I think the CERN rejection was like the preparation I did for CERN helped me here also, because they asked me a lot of DevOps. They asked me about monitoring CI/CD pipelines, Kubernetes, Docker. So the preparation that I did for CERN, it was helpful for me here also.
Got it. And when you're applying for these companies, right? Every company, every role is a bit different from another. For example, somebody would hire for a DevOps engineer or a graduate technical intern, or somebody would hire for a normal software engineering intern. Were you applying for all these openings in the same way? Was your resume the same? If not, how were you creating your resume? Or any advice on how should somebody apply, or how should somebody make his or her application stand out?
So I was initially, like, in first, second year, I was using a single resume. Then I moved on. Now I use like a very specific resume to a specific job, right? I tried including all the keywords that are in the job description. So I have around 85 resumes of me. I have like 85 resumes right now. So what I used to do is, like, for example, if I'm applying to a quant firm, then I what I used to do is I used to create a basic project using all the tech stack that they use, and create a basic project around it and include it in my resume. So I used to do this thing only. Like, for Palantir, I used my basic resume. For CERN, I included a DevOps project. Also, like, one of my intern is in DevOps, so it was helpful. And for HFTs, I used to include like my achievements. Achievements, I think, are very important in resume. It makes you stand out. So I used to include my achievements, I created a basic quant, like I created a C++ stock market data ingestion pipeline project. So I included it. It also had a dashboard. So yeah, these are the things that I did.
When you say
I used to create
achievements,
a
what
job
kind of
specifically.
achievements? When you say achievements, what kind of achievements did you mention, and what can people mention?
Like, during initial years of my college, like in first and second year, I participated a lot in hackathons. Like, if there is a hackathon happening, I had to take part in it, no matter what the outcome is. So, like, I had a global rec top 100 at Google Solution Challenge. I also, like, I used to participate in remote hackathons. Like, there is a website called DevPost where you can create your profile and participate in multiple hackathons at the same time. So I won many global hackathons there also. And then I also got a full scholarship in my college, so I also included it. So these were the kind of the achievement that I had,
Got it.
mostly around hackathons.
Got it. Got it. And like you would have researched a lot about HFTs, right? Because you're joining an HFT firm. Generally, if you want to explain to somebody what an HFT firm is, what would be the role? What would the role look like in an HFT firm?
So, like, I was not aware of these firms. When I got rejection from FANG, I was researching which firms pay better than FANG, or like are different from FANG, but like are as valuable as FANG. So I used to scroll a lot on LinkedIn. So I got to know about these JE Advanced toppers. What are they doing? What is JE Advanced All India Rank 1 doing right now? So I got to know, like, he was a quant trader in Optiver. So I was not aware of all these things. Then I came to know about HFTs, what they do. They use low latency algorithm and trade in nanoseconds and earn from like spread. Um, so I thought, why not apply in these firms? So in June 2025, my main focus was on HFTs only, because I can say, like, I was little a dreamy boy, because like I wanted to like do something quite big. So I applied to HFTs. So like also like through LinkedIn profiles only, I came to know about different HFTs and how they hire. For example, Graviton, AlphaGrep, Tower Research, they are quite biased because they have office in India. All the HFTs that have a office in India are quite biased towards the top IITs, computer science. Whereas like there are some HFTs like Flo Traders, all option, they do not have any office in India, so they are not like that much biased. That's why I was able to receive call from them. So there are different roles in HFTs. For example, there is quant trader role, quant researcher role, quant developer role, DevOps, ML. So there are different roles. I received one call for a quant trader role and one call for a mix of quant dev and DevOps. So yeah, so like quant trader is mostly focused. These people are more like math oriented. They like they trade in real time. Whereas quant researcher, they are some like uh, PhD people who like create new algorithms and do new research for this low latency systems. And quant developers are mostly like software developer, but they like develop the algorithms and softwares. They're more on the coding part. And then come the DevOps engineer. They are mostly focused on scaling, deploying the application. So my role is a mix of quant dev and DevOps. And in all these roles, they want problem solvers. They want people who are good in math. So I would say like math is common. Like you have to be good in math if you want to get into an HFT, no matter what the role is.
Got it. And some tips for people on researching about companies, right? Generally, people don't know how to research about companies, and you have had that wide experience from past 2 years. You have been doing this. Any things that you find are unique, something that people miss on, or how? What are some of the tips for researching about different companies?
I think that this is the thing that made me different, right? My preparation was common. Everyone, I think preparation is something that everyone can do. And but there should be a mixed balance between the preparation and the awareness of the market and how much you are proactive in your job search. So I focused that on a lot. So I think that is something that made me different in like job applications. So I first of all like it all started from LinkedIn. So I was very active on LinkedIn. I was following HRs of different companies. I was viewing the people profile who are doing great things and come from a core background. For example, I once talked to a VIT Vellore guy who got into Goldman Sachs, Scotland. So I used to talk to these people on LinkedIn and understand how this market works. Then also like for Flo Traders, I noticed there is a guy. I once I viewed a student profile. He was from IIT Bombay, civil engineering, and he's on the same role that I got. So I asked him, are they branch biased or not? So he told me, no, they are not branch biased. You can apply. So I think this being very active on LinkedIn, connecting with the right people, and finding out the opportunities that I believe are better, but not many people are applying. For example, if I would say how many people know about Palantir, there would be a very less cohort of people. But for Google, everybody knows. But Palantir, I believe, pays as much as Google, and all the benefits are there.
Even higher than Google, and they do have scholarships also that people are not aware of.
Yes,
Indian students can also apply for a Palantir
Even
scholarship.
even in the US, they are providing a degree. You can join Palantir right after your high school.
Yeah.
It's not applicable for Indian
Yes,
citizens.
yes. Very recently they announced something of that sort for high school students.
Yeah, fellowship is there.
Yes.
So I think these are the things that made me different. Like I was able to find out the companies that are better, but not many people are applying to those. So I was very active in my job search. I used to apply a lot, and I didn't care about the rejections because I was applying so rigorously that rejection won't affect me. So yeah.
If we would reiterate on skill set, for example, imagine somebody who has not yet started, who is from a core branch and who is looking forward to get into IT. He might have some basic understanding of programming languages, C++. What are the skill sets that he or she should start right now, so that in a span of 1.5 years he's able to get to a good position? What's the skill
I would
set?
say I would say the first basic thing is data structures and algorithms. It is much like all the companies I have interviewed with, it was asked. and also like it improves your problem solving mindset, so you are able to pick up things very quickly after that. So I would say start with data structures and algorithms. Then if you have time, you can also do competitive programming. It is great. Like it improves your problem solving skills and time, and also you will be able to solve problem in time. I think I should have done more CP, but like I was very busy in this job application process, so I couldn't get much time. And also like find some niche skill. For example, I find DevOps very niche. For I first did web development and I moved on to DevOps because I was receiving calls for DevOps engineer very, and in all my interviews I have been asked DevOps. I think you can also go for ML. You can like, so find some niche skill that you have that would make you different from other people. Also have some achievements in your resume. It's very important. It will differentiate you from other people.
And more around participate in whatever you see, be it a coding competition or a hackathon. I think that would give you more exposure and that kind of understanding that you can handle different type of questions in an interview, right? For example, if you're in a hackathon, you might get some understanding of, let's say, Gen AI, what's happening. You might get some understanding of DevOps, what's happening. But in an interview, you never know what the interviewer tends to ask. So it makes a lot of difference if you participate in a lot of these opportunities. Even if you're not, even if you're not very confident, right? Initially, you would not be very confident, but at the end, you would gain something out of participating. In fact, but yeah, I think
And also, like, there are a
yeah,
lot of companies that are hiring through hackathons now. For
yeah,
example, even in my college, there are so many of my friends that got internship at Amazon through Amazon Hackon, and they
yes,
only had to give one interview round. So I
yeah.
think this is something pretty good, like participate in
Yeah,
hackathons.
so I do keep on telling people a lot about hackathons. I've
Yes,
been a
yes,
part
yes.
of multiple hackathons, and I have seen these things happening. Right, the less number of interview rounds. Sometimes there are no interview rounds also. If you are one of the winners of the hackathon, you directly get an opportunity. This also happens. So do participate in hackathons, build that skill set, make your job search a priority, not just a backup task. Skill set is important, but at the same time, I think equal weightage should be given to job search and what kind of companies are available. You should do your research, and I think Ekam did that very well. And he has been able to land that offer of 1.16 CR, one of the highest from his college, and probably somebody who is from a non-circuital branch like chemical. Thank you so much, Ekam. I think your journey is very inspiring and it would inspire a lot of people out there who are not yet motivated, who are not yet confident enough on their skill sets, but these tips, these experiences would be very, very helpful. Thank you so much for coming here. It was pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It
Thank
was
you.
nice talking to you.